Some disturbing findings are revealed in a recent seafood fraud investigation. A wave of black market crab meat has flooded the local fishing market, putting the livelihood of Delmarva's watermen at risk. It's a concern not only for watermen, but for you as well. Researchers say the imported crab meat could impact your health. Tonight, in Denise Sawyer's report, why lawmakers are calling this fraudulent seafood labeling dangerous.
Scott Todd competes with thousands of watermen in Maryland to make a decent profit.
We've got a lot of wind, and it looks like we've got a storm coming.
But now he has to worry about new competition. Foreign seafood brokers, who the feds dub as multi-billionaire black market imposters. Apparently, the brokers are flooding the local fishing market with fake crab meat.
Consumers are getting ripped off, and we're hurting local fishermen.
That's the senior campaign director at the Washington, D.C. nonprofit Oceana. Beth Lowell and her team recently uncovered the fraud, and the Maryland Department of Natural Resources say what they found is troubling.
Our fishermen rely on seafood sales for a living. There's 5,500 watermen here in the Chesapeake Bay that this is their daily lives. So it's tough when we see local chefs mislabeling or local industry mislabeling the product and people thinking they're buying Maryland when they really aren't.
The mystery meat has even the FDA puzzled. The agency can't figure out what it is or where it comes from. But what's for certain is this widespread consumer deception reaches halfway around the world, where some researchers worry health regulations are not tough enough. So what is the health risk from this mystery meat based on data from this Oceana report? 90 crab cakes from 86 restaurants in the region, 38 of which were mislabeled. Now nearly half of the 90 tested crab cakes were made up of species that are listed as seafood you should avoid.
My biggest concern would be a health issue. If something smells the way some of this stuff does, I can't see where it's good for you to eat.
According to that report, fake crab meat was found right here on the Eastern Shore. And I wish I could give you the names of restaurants caught in this investigation, but Oceana says it's hard to identify where along the supply chain the fraud occurred. So placing the blame at the foot of local business owners would be misleading.
There should be transparency in this supply chain. Without this, there could be fraud on any species, on any plate, and at any retail store in the country.
As for Scott Todd, he's hoping the feds crack down because his livelihood depends on it.
It's bad. It's bad for the consumer. It's bad for the guy that's trying to do this for a living.
In Cambridge, Denise Sawyer, WRDE Coast TV News.